The next method that we're going to create is going to be used to print out the contents of our list. So let's call it appropriately display list. And we will write out to the console the list starting from first to last. And the way we do this is by first setting up our current node as the first, and then we are going to have some iteration happen. And we do this, by the way, by tapping tab twice after writing while automatically generates the stub for the while statement, which I like using a lot. But the way we do this is by using a while statement to check to see if the current node is not null. And if that is the case, then let's invoke our display node method. And right after that, assign current to current next. And so this goes through each node and writes out its content. And let's, on the last line, just add in a space to just write out nothing, and it's essentially a carriage return. Now let's go ahead and write a method to insert the last node. We'll call this insert last, and this will take in an integer for the data. Our first step here is to assign first to current, and then we are going to generate another while statement, and the condition will be current dot next, and we're checking to see if it's null. And then we assign current next to current. So essentially we are just looping through up until current next is null, at which point we know we're at the end, and now we can then create a new node and assign this new node's data the value of data that is passed in, whatever integer that is. And the last step is to assign the next value in current new node. So we assign current to first, we iterate through up until we get to the end of the list, and then create a new node and assign its value. And then finally assigning a new node to next of current. So now let's actually try to execute this. That is, write some code so that we can execute. And we'll jump to our main method and first create an instance of our singly linked list. We'll call this my list. And let's start populating it with some values. So let's say we are going to insert first and pass in 100. Let me go ahead and paste in some more values, 50, 99, and 88. And now I will display the list to see what we have. So let's think about this for a second. How do we envision this is going to look? We're going to insert 100 at the top of the node, and then 50, and then 99, and then 88. And remember, there's a carriage return that occurs after each. So how do you picture this happening? Let's go ahead and run this and see what comes out. Okay, so here's our output. We have 88, 99, 50, and 100. Now, I'm not sure if that's exactly how you were envisioning it. If it was, then good job. But just keep in mind that we were inserting something at the top of the node. So the first time would have just been displaying 100, but at the top of the node of that would be 50. So it doesn't come afterwards. So you could think of this as the list, except it's going from top to bottom. If we're looking at this horizontally, it makes a little bit more sense. 88, 99, 50, and then 100. And 100 being the last, because it's no longer the first node. Now let's say we wanted to add a number to the end of the list. We invoke insert last. And let's say the number is 999000. Now when we run this, it is at the end because it's the last node. We inserted it last. 88 is currently our first node. If we were to invoke our method to remove that first node, let's go ahead and do that by invoking delete first. And then we display the list again. This way we'll have two lists, one before it was deleted and one after it was deleted. And then let's add a line to display the list again. This way we have a list before 88 was deleted and then afterwards. And when we run this, we have our two lists, one with 88 at the top and another where it is no longer there. And that's it. Linked lists are so popular, it's actually built into a lot of frameworks, including .NET. Let's go ahead and take a look at that.